Or you come back different. You don't have to be injured in war. You don't have to be, you come back different. So for veterans, I think a lot of them at the beginning feel like there's no help. Nobody's gonna understand what I'm going through.
At the end of the day, it's all about living a quality life. And if you need help, absolutely go and get it.
Such an important message, and no better day but today to talk about Bombs and Booze, which is a soldier's tale of mastering the art of distilling moonshine while deployed in Afghanistan. The subject of the documentary is Mike Girard, who is passionate about advocating for veterans' mental health. And here this Veterans Day to discuss this project that focuses on Colorado's veteran community and their unique challenges is Mike himself. We're so grateful. First of all, thank you for your service. Before we dive into questions, we're so grateful that you're here with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's start there and tell us about your service.
I joined the military right out of high school, 1991, and it was my way of getting out of small town, farm town, and kind of taking my own path and doing my own thing. And in the early 90s, there wasn't a lot of wars or anything going on. I joined in the infantry and did about 9 years there and transferred to EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal, in 99. And then shortly after that, 9/11 happened, and that's when pretty much everything changed. It was one deployment after another. And I did a total of 23 years in the Army.
23.
Yeah, 14 of those were EOD. Back and forth Afghanistan, Iraq. I even did a stint in Bosnia.
I mean, just saying that aloud, I think it's hard to even fathom to dedicate that much of your life to serving this country.
Yeah, it's, and I always, throughout my career, I had the option of getting out over and over again. And every time my time would come up, I would just go back in and re-enlist again. And then, after 9/11, then I was a career soldier. From there was no option. I was going to stay in as long as I could. And by 2014, 2013 timeframe, my body had been beat up so much between memory loss, change of personality, things like that. Not physically being able to do the job that I was used to do. In the position I was at, I was in a leadership role, but expecting soldiers to go downrange and do something that I physically couldn't do anymore, I figured it was my time to retire.
I know that was hard because it's such a calling for you, but we don't have a ton of time, so we've got to talk about 300 days of distilling. How did this even come about? This is so interesting.
Yeah, my first batch of experimental moonshine was actually in Afghanistan.
Okay.
At the time, I overheard some of my guys talking about making moonshine. I didn't know a whole lot about it. Literally, I didn't know nothing about the process other than distillation. So I figured if they could do it, it was something, or if I could do it, it's something I could keep my eye on if it would work. They were talking about using a soda to ferment.
Is that how you start?
Yeah.
I know nothing about moonshine.
Yeah, you have to ferment sugar.
Ferment sugar, okay.
It's not like in Afghanistan you have a lot of brew shops to go to or somewhere to buy bulk sugar or corn. So what I did is I used A&W root beer. They were talking about using Coke or Sprite. I used A&W root beer because my guys didn't drink it. It fermented, and then I used a pressure cooker that was an IED we pulled out of the ground, cleaned the explosives out of it, and that was my first still.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is, just the ingenuity there that takes, that is incredible. And did it taste good?
No, it tastes terrible.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
But that changed over time, I'm assuming.
That changed over time. I kind of, when I got home from that deployment, it just became a hobby. People make beer and wine in their garage. I started making moonshine. Finding out a lot more people were making moonshine because there was a lot of places you could buy home stills. And it just became a passion and led to some influential businessmen who found my product at a Bronco tailgate party. We put together a business plan as I was getting ready to retire and transition out of the Army, and 300 Days of Shine was born. We've been around 11 years now.
Wow, good for you. How has that helped you? Because you talked about how you've changed, and mentally you have to take good care of yourself. Has that helped in that process?
I think it has. I'm able to set my own schedule, do my own thing, so being my own boss, but also employing my family. My entire family works for the business now, so I have my grandkids around me. I have my daughter around me all the time, and for years, so many years I spent away from home, being deployed and getting ready to go to war. Now I'm home all the time, and I'm able to spend quality time with them that I've missed out on for years.
How old is your granddaughter?
My granddaughter's 7.
Oh. Oh, that's such a good age.
And I got a 13-year-old grandson, and I got a 16-year-old grandson.
Oh, you have 3 grandkids.
three.
Look at you. That's life right there. Mike, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Also, congratulations, because the documentary you were a part of was nominated for a 2025 Heartland Emmy, which is an incredible feat. So thank you so much. Before you go, really quickly, where can people watch Bombs to Booze?
So yeah, if you go to Prime Video,
Nice.
just punch in Bombs to Booze, our documentary will come up. And a lot of what we did there was to focus on veterans' mental health and our 0K for veterans' mental health. And all the organizations that we actually work with, nonprofits, in bringing different modalities forward for veterans to get the help that they may need.
Such important work.
Yeah.
Mike Girard, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you.